From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Breaking news out of Hazleton City Hall. Today, Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassatt filed paperwork with the State Department of Community and Economic Development to put the city into Act 47. In a press release just a short time ago, the mayor said he is doing this in hopes that the application will allow the city to begin the process of financial recovery. The step the mayor took today will allow DCED to work with the city to create a plan to address and resolve the financial issues the city is facing. Cassatt, in the release, blamed council for passing unrealistic budgets year after year. Some council members have said they were not totally against filing for Act 47 at last month's council meeting. WYLN will have more on this action tomorrow here on WYLN News at 5:30. A weekend shooting in the city of Hazleton was allegedly the result of a grudge between the shooter and one of his victims. 32-year-old Juan Pierre Melendez told authorities he shot Antonio Cruz because Cruz allegedly broke his hand with a baseball bat months before this past Sunday morning shooting on Wyoming Street. Cruz was shot 5 times. A second victim, John Mann, was shot in his left wrist and foot. Both were taken to area trauma centers. Pierre Melendez was seen and identified as the shooter through video surveillance. He's charged with aggravated and simple assault, reckless endangerment, and was taken to the Luzerne County Prison after his bail was denied. Tamaqua Borough Police spent most of Monday serving warrants. They were met with limited success as they attempted to take 11 people into custody on drug-related and other warrants. Brian Woods of Tamaqua was picked up on charges including 2 counts of possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine and/or heroin, among others. Woods is charged in connection with 2 alleged drug sales, April 19th and April 26th. He was arraigned before District Magisterial Judge Stephen Bayer, who set bail at $25,000 straight cash on each of the charges. Also picked up 52-year-old Lisa Cope, also of Tamaqua, who was wanted on multiple outstanding warrants, including one for possession of drug paraphernalia and charges related to the theft of a tip jar from Periancy's Market back in June. Judge Bayer set bail at $1,000 straight, sending Cope to the county prison. Suspects who managed to evade police include 26-year-old No Rafael Pina Cruz of Hazleton, 20-year-old Norman Thomas Jr. of Tamaqua, and 27-year-old Jason Hill of Tamaqua. Anyone with information on any of these suspects is asked to call Tamaqua Police 570-668-5000 or 570-668-6100. A former high school football star is heading to prison. 28-year-old Philip Ryan of Tamaqua was sentenced yesterday to 2.5 to 5 years in State Correctional Institution by Judge Charles Miller. A Tamaqua police officer testified that he received stitches after chasing Ryan back on June 11th. Ryan pled guilty in March to resisting arrest, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving under the influence. He was sentenced then to 60 days in prison and 12 months probation. His probation revoked by Judge Miller in a separate case yesterday. Ryan was an offensive lineman at Marion and the University of Connecticut. This morning, firefighters in Hazleton called out to a car crash on Church and 6th Street. Crews found a tractor-trailer and Chevy Tahoe had collided. Fire crews had to clean up debris and fluids from the crash, as well as directing traffic around it. No injuries were reported this morning in Hazleton. If you would like to be there when the final 5 candidates for the position of Hazleton Area School District Superintendent meet the public, you better get your request in soon. The first 25 people who register will be admitted. The 5 will be meeting the public and answering questions in the group conference room of the Hazleton Area Career Center this Thursday at 5 o'clock. You can call 570-459-3111 extension 316 or email schnee@hasd.k212.org. Current Superintendent Dr. Craig Butler is leaving to take a position in the Saucon Valley School District. The Wilkes-Barre Area School Board met last night, and school will be going on as scheduled at Myers High School again this school year. According to district officials, a report from engineers looking at the structure shows that it will be safe. That includes the tunnel area used to get to the adjoining stadium from the locker room area. A school consolidation plan is in place, but constructing a new school in Wilkes-Barre area is still years off. Luzerne County Council meets tonight at 6. Expected on the agenda, debt restructuring. County Manager David Pedri has said a debt restructuring plan would have no negative impact on debt repayments before it's approved. A representative of Public Financial Management, the county's financial advisor, will be on hand and is expected to give more concrete monetary figures on that plan. Pedri yesterday announced an upgrade in the county's most recent credit rating. Coming up on WYLN News, WYLN's Maria Sinti introduces us to a place where animals are the best therapy. Plus, books, lunch, and, most important, back-to-school safety. Gary Perna has the details. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the WYLN Weather Center. And remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Research has shown that interaction between farm animals and people of all ages has led to emotional and social benefits, especially for people with disabilities. WYLN's Maria Sinti spoke with the founder of a nonprofit organization about how her farm has made a positive impact on many people throughout the community.
He has a lot more confidence, and he's not afraid of big things. He's not afraid, a lot of times because he grew up around huge dogs and horses, he doesn't see himself as smaller, that he had an issue. Come here, big, come here, Bosie.
Patricia Hudson and her family have had a local farm in Hazel Township for many years. She has a son with disabilities who would invite his friends to interact with their farm animals very often.
Recently, in the last two years or so, I started to meet some of his old friends, and they started to give us feedback about how instrumental the interactions with our animals were in building their self-confidence and their ability to go on and become gainfully employed or go on to higher education.
That's when Hudson conducted research on animal-assisted therapy and discovered human interaction with animals can lead to many social and emotional benefits.
They help build confidence, they help people address issues and actually be an integral part of solving the issue or, getting some insight into their issues. The sky's the limit with what can happen, when you interact and mix people and animals together.
Oh, what a good boy.
Last October, Hudson transformed her family farm into a nonprofit organization called Country Heart Farm, a therapeutic animal sanctuary that offers therapy visits both on and off site.
The therapy comes in many forms, but Hudson says an action as simple as petting and holding an animal can make all the difference.
Hudson describes the therapy as ground-based work. Visitors will start off by observing the animals, but over time will pet them, feed them, and interact with them on a more personal level.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a labor of love, but every second of it is well worth it.
More than 150 people have received therapeutic services so far, and Hudson hopes the program will continue to expand throughout the years. In Hazel Township, for Wyln News, I'm Maria Sinti.
Hudson says Country Heart Farms is accepting volunteers and donations in order to expand the organization as well as purchase necessities like an enclosed facility and a horse trailer. Anyone that would like more information on how to donate is asked to visit countryheartfarm.org. Students will be going back to school very soon. And now it's important to get a lesson in safety from PennDOT when traveling on our roadways. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
Within the next 2 weeks, many students will be heading back for a new school year, and PennDOT wants to make sure they get there safely.
Well, first of all, just tell your kids to be really cautious whenever they're near the road, getting on or off the bus. A big issue is people passing the school bus. So whether they're trying to get where they're going faster or they're just unaware that it's illegal, it's a big issue. It's a big danger to the kids' safety. So there are some laws in place for that. First of all, if you see a bus stopped with its stop arm out and its red lights flashing, you have to stop at least 10 feet away from it. And there's a $250 fine as well as points off of your driving record if you do pass that bus illegally.
Also remember to watch out for bicycles.
Obviously, if you see a bike, you want to be really careful and cautious. They may not be aware of you, and so you need to always be watching for them, and you can pass them, but you need to keep a 4-foot cushion between your car and that bike.
Students may also walk to school, so in those early morning hours and those afternoon hours, take your time when traveling around a school. Also, if you live near a college, take your time. There are new students to the area who still may be finding their way around.
Well, like you said, it's a new area, so for somebody who's already not as experienced driving, you're in a completely new area, you're not familiar with the roads, with the different places around your college campus, so it's just important to maybe go out and to use caution, watch for people walking their dogs, things like that, and also go pretty slow since you're not familiar with the roads. And again, watch for those distractions. Don't be using your cell phone, don't be playing with the radio, just really keep your mind on driving and on what's going on around you.
And when you are approaching a stopped school bus, remember it is the law to stop at least 10 feet away.
This is the time of year that a lot of children are going back to school, and it's important for us as drivers to know what those laws are as it pertains to school children going back to school and as it pertains to school buses in particular. The school bus law is really a two-part law. First of all, what it says is if you come up to a school bus and the red lights are flashing and the stop arm is extended, you are required to stop unless you are on the other side of a divided highway. And by divided, it can be anything from a grassy median to a concrete barrier. If you're on the other side of that, you're actually not supposed to stop. And a lot of people might think that they're being helpful if they do stop when they're on the other side of that barrier. But actually the law says that you're required to stop if you're on the same side of the divided barrier, or if there's no barrier between you and the school bus.
And if you don't stop and you are caught, there is a fine that you will have to pay.
What the law says is if you violate that and you go through, especially if you're on the same side as the bus or there's no division between you and the bus, what the law says is that you can face up to a $250 fine, 5 points on your license. So there's some financial penalties that come with it.
In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
And coming up on Hazel Township's News Choice, pulling out all the stops for the air show this weekend at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport. Plus, speaking of airport fun, your chance to win tickets to Wings Over Hazelton. But first, Let's take a look at those winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Look at how wide that is. Green flag waves and we're underway. Here he comes. Pushes out the lead, but is immediately challenged. Bring it home. Woo! Coming to the checker, my man. Yeah. Yeah, there he
is. Now you can enjoy homemade quality Italian food in the comfort of your own home. Booty's Place now delivers to Hazleton, West Hazleton, and select parts of Hazel Township. Call them at 570-455-5551. Booty's Place, definitely the best. WYLN, first in live sports. We bring you the event, not just the highlights. Live coverage of the high school football season starts August 25th on WYLN. We're your local network.
Community and you, and we are on the road today. We're getting some behind-the-scenes sneak looks at what's going to happen at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport this weekend. With me is Airport Executive Director Carl Beardsley. Oh, you're inviting us to have fun.
We are. We are so excited, and the community is excited as well, because this is the first air show to occur at this airport in 17 years.
Yes, it is.
So it has created so much pent-up demand because that air show hasn't been here, that people are so excited. They're asking questions. They want to find out how they can get here, how much it costs, and so on. And we're providing them with this information.
And that's why you're here today. First of all, who's going to be here?
We have 3 headliners this time, not 1, but 3. We have an F-22 Raptor demo team who's going to be flying. That's a very advanced jet fighter. And we also have a jet fighter from yesteryear known as an F-18 Super Hornet. And we're also going to have the world famous Golden Knights, who are going to parachute in a very special way at the beginning of the air show. I don't want to give away any secrets, so I just want people to show up nice and early so they can watch the parachute jump.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that now. It's Friday, no, it's Saturday, it's Sunday, it's because I know a lot of people come on Friday because that's when everybody starts to arrive.
Yeah, there's going to be a practice that occurs on Friday, but the real show, when everything happens, that's on Saturday and Sunday.
What time?
And the gates are going to open at 9 in the morning, and everything will be complete about 5 p.m.
Ooh. Now, when you say everything will be complete, there's static displays as well, besides things that are going on up in the clouds?
Absolutely. We have military transport planes, massive, huge transport planes that people are going to be able to take tours of, as you mentioned before, while they're just on the ground. And of course, in between visiting those static displays, they're going to want to watch the skies because that's where the magic occurs.
Now, one of the things we also talked about was the admission price, and you talked about the gates opening. So all that is happening right here at the airport.
Exactly. But if people want to save some money and purchase tickets beforehand, what they can do is this, is they can either go to our website, flyavp.com. There is a link to the air show section of the website, and people can purchase tickets right from the website. On top of that, they can go to SureSave Markets whenever they want, and they can purchase the tickets there. If they mention Raptor 1 or Raptor 2 on the website or at SureSave, they get $2 off per ticket.
Raptor 1 and Raptor 2. We'll have to write that down. One of the other things, too, people are always concerned about is parking. Now, I know the folks from the County of Lackawanna, Colts Transit System, and the LCTA, Luzerne County Transit System, they have free buses and shuttles that are going to be happening, and you can check out their websites for those as well. But what about somebody who decides to drive?
they can come to the airport and park in one of two places. Either they can purchase a preferred parking spot, which is right here on site at the airport, or they can decide to go to what's called the Northeast Fairground, and the Northeast Fairground offers parking for free. But you're going to take a shuttle from the Northeast Fairground when you come to the airport.
And actually, when we were coming up here today, the signs are out, so it's really easy to find. And did you mention the cost?
Yeah, for the parking, the preferred parking is $10. And if you park off-site at the Northeastern Fairgrounds, it's completely free.
How about tickets, as far as tickets are concerned?
Tickets are $20, but like I said, if you want to purchase them beforehand, you save $2 per ticket.
Now, what is this I hear? My palms are sweating even before I get it out of my mouth. A woman wing walker who is not me.
Actually, that was going to be part of the interview where I present that you will be the one on the wing walker.
No, absolutely not.
What we have is we have someone who literally walks on wings while the aircraft's in the air. So people can take out the binoculars and watch her as she walks across the wing while they're up in the sky doing her performance. It's incredible to watch, but it really adds to the value of coming to the airport and coming to the airport for this air show.
Look at, they're calling already to find out what's going on here. Once again, Carl, if you would, give us the dates, tell us the specifics, because I think you're expecting a record crowd.
Oh, absolutely. The dates are August 12th and August 13th. Both shows are exactly the same, but you're going to come, the gates will open at 9 in the morning. The parachute jump, the special parachute jump, will happen about 10:45, and the rest of the day, both 12th and the 13th, will include just these spectacular performers going to the skies and showing us what they've got.
And one of the things that I think we just want to take a moment and caution is, come to the airport, don't park on 81.
Absolutely. Not only don't park on 81, but give yourself some extra time. It's always important for any event of this magnitude to show up beforehand so you're not stuck in all the crowds. You're going to need some patience, because certainly there's going to be people waiting in line, but if we all work together, we can make it work and as efficiently as it possibly can.
And before I let you go, we have to say thank you to our good friends at Geisinger Medical Center, because we have Lifelight, and they are one of your sponsors.
They are. Something like this couldn't occur without two things. The first being volunteers, where we literally have hundreds of people from the local community coming to help us put on the air show for the community. And the second thing would be the sponsors. Without the sponsors' involvement, there's simply no way that we would be able to put on an air show without charging a great deal of money to make that happen. And we try and keep our costs as low as possible, and we simply want to break even. That's all we're looking to do. But you can see sponsors behind us. There's just a laundry list of sponsors that are supporting us.
And they're all at flyavp.com.
Yes.
And that's the website you want to check out. Carl Beardsley, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of a preview. I am not the wing walker, but I will be back with you again on Community and You.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's time to find your copy of the Freeland Progress. Look inside for information on the Pennsylvania Dart Tournament and more. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazleton area.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Wyln 35 presents Downtown Hazleton's Car Cruisin' live August 11th at 6:30. Join WYLN TV's Gary Perna for a live half-hour special exploring the downtown Hazleton car cruising. WYLN, we're your local network.
MMI Preparatory School inducted 4 members into its Wall of Fame during the 12th Annual Wall of Fame Awards Dinner held Saturday as part of MMI's Alumni Weekend festivities. Those inducted: Stephen Makuta, class of '69, and Wilson Zahner, class of '81, recognized for athletic achievement. Dennis Clark, honored for service to MMI. Attorney Donald Barnes, class of '61, inducted for professional achievement. MMI has been providing dedicated area students with a comprehensive and inspiring 6th through 12th grade college prep program that maximizes each individual's academic, social, and character potential in preparation for success in college and beyond. The school is accredited by the Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools Commissions on Elementary and Secondary Schools. Congratulations to all. Tonight, WYLN has 2 tickets to give away for the upcoming Wings Over Hazleton Air Car and Military Exhibition. The event coming up August 21st through the 23rd at the Hazleton Regional Airport. The exhibition features World War II era planes, military weapons and displays, and if you call now, you'll be entered into the drawing for tickets for the event, each ticket valued at $15. The number 570-459-1869, extension 1172. Make sure you leave your name, the town you live in, and your phone number, and then watch WYLN News Facebook page. We'll be giving the tickets away on our page for this and other giveaways throughout this week. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.